Good morning. Okay, breakfast is served. I'm doing the regular berries, oatmeal, almond milk, flaxseed. Today I put walnuts in and some coconut flakes. I put extra in today. I was just feeling very hungry. I put extra oatmeal, and this is probably 3/4 of a cup of raw oatmeal. I'm going to try to do 3 strict meals today with no snacking. Yesterday, I think what happened maybe was that I didn't have my salad with lunch, and I've noticed so many times, I even talked about this in the 10 and 20 when I was doing it, that if I didn't have a big huge meal at lunch, then it's hard for me to stay on. Then I get real cravey in the afternoon. So I only had that soup, which was, you know, a good serving size and stuff, but I should have had a salad with it because that's usually what I do. So today I'm going to try to do just like regular meals. This meal, then I'm going to have a meal around 1, I think, and then maybe around 5, and just see how that goes, how I feel as far as cravings go. So I think I'm coming into the area of the month where I'm going to be craving more, so I'm trying to get into like a pattern and just say this is what I'm going to do to get through this set of weeks, this couple weeks. So follow along. And I'm also trying to actually sit down and eat this meal, because lately I noticed I've been working while eating. Every single time I eat, I work. And I want to just focus on eating and enjoy the process and be, you know, in this moment, so I can maybe be a little bit more satisfied, but just conscious about what I'm doing. So here we go. Time for breakfast, guys. Just kidding. I just didn't want to talk with my mouth too full, sorry. So I want to give you a little update on the plank challenge. What the hell are we doing to ourselves? This is insane, you guys. Today was 4.5 minutes. And I went out for my walk. When I was on my walk, that's when, about the time when we usually do the challenge. So I ended up doing it at a little park with like a kid's recreational area. You know how they had that spongy ground stuff or whatever. So I laid down my sweater and I did it out there. And it was fairly cool out today, so it was decent weather for it. And I couldn't do the full just on my shoulders the whole time, like on the forearms the whole time plank. It was just too hard, so I switched back and forth between like the high plank and then the shoulders or the forearms plank. You guys, I mean, I was struggling. My back was swaying, like it was not pretty, and so I was just moving around a lot and trying to get through without dying. I did it. I didn't put my knees down or anything. I didn't flop down. I certainly flopped down at the end, but tomorrow, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do 4.5 today. I couldn't have done it if I was just standing, if I was just still. I couldn't have done it if I was just sitting there on my forearms, but I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'm going to have to be like drinking alcohol while I do it or something. I don't know. It's going to be intense, so wish me luck tomorrow. But then we're done. I think I'm going to keep planking a little bit, maybe on a regular basis, but maybe just like 2 or 3 minutes, like normal people might consider doing. But it's been a really cool thing. I can see a lot more definition in my shoulders, and I got this area has built up a little bit. And when you're doing it, it's completely, you feel it all right here the whole time. Doesn't go away. Very painful. So it's been worth it, and it's been really awesome, but it has not been easy. Okay. Moo and I want to tell you a little story. Right, Moo? Moo. She doesn't like the camera. If you don't know by now, Moo is a very particular cat. Every day, she wants to lay down and have what we call moo time, which is where I put my finger on her face and she makes a weird noise. Let's see if I can get her to do it. He wants hugs. He just wants to snuggle. Yes, this is a teddy bear. See, watch. She thought I was mocking her, so she stopped. Anyways, I actually had a point to all this. Well, it's nothing actually to do with this. I wanted to tell you a story about something else. I wanted to tell you about what it takes for me to actually post on my site, because I've been getting a lot of questions lately. Okay, Moo, actually I have to let you go because this is a serious thing. I gotta tell everybody. Okay, this is a cat hair, like everywhere, even on the phone. Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about was what it takes to post on my website, because I've been getting a lot of questions lately from people that are like, hey, when are you going to post this recipe, or when are you going to post this recipe, or whatever. So I'm going to give you guys full disclosure about what it takes right now, so you just have an idea of what goes on when I have to post. So my website is composed of, first of all, my website, thewateringmouth.com, which is a blog and just regular website. I also have a YouTube channel, which you guys are a part of, and thank you for subscribing. I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't subscribed, do it now. And so basically at this time that you're watching this video, my process is typically I post a recipe once a week, a new recipe once a week, and I do a YouTube vlog every single day about what I ate. So that's the bulk of what I do. I'm planning on adding in a lot more things as far as content about how to get healthy, and I also want to have some products with meal plans and grocery lists and things to make yours and my life a lot easier. So that's kind of the bulk of what I do. I also sell tea on my website. I sell this really fantastic matcha green tea product, and I'm going to be selling hibiscus tea sometime in the very near future. So that's kind of the overview of what I do. Everyone's always asking me, how can I support you? Well, there's not too many ways to support me right now except to sign up for my email newsletter, sign up for my YouTube channel, and just wait until I release products and then buy those. If you can buy tea from me, that's great, whatever it is to support me. For now, I'm doing all these videos because I really like this medium where we can talk about our food issues together and we can help each other. And I want this to be part of a big discussion with us all the time where we're learning and growing from our mistakes and weaknesses and things like that. But that being said, with that structure, what happens is when I do my vlogs, that's me in real life. I mean, this is me in real life. I'm actually in the middle of my workday right now creating this blog. So what is happening is I'm actually a real person just eating, making up recipes, trying recipes from cookbooks, trying recipes that I see, improving upon them, and then I come up with my own recipes. And the problem for you is that you're watching these vlogs almost real time. So when I make, you're just a day behind my real life. So when I make a recipe on my vlog, that's the first time possibly that I've ever tried the recipe. So now let's talk about what the process is for me to actually create like a recipe blog on my site. Now, I happen to be a different type of blogger than most bloggers in the world because I do video. There's not many of us that do video as well. And video is very involved. There's a lot of pieces that go into it. So here's the rundown of what it takes for me to go from conception of a recipe in my head to actually posting it and putting it on my blog. So first of all, I'm doing the vlogs, I'm having the food in real life, so I'm thinking of recipes, I come up with something. Let's just, for example, let's talk about, what's one of them that I've been talking about lately and haven't released. Well, I'm not going to talk about the savory oatmeal because I'm actually putting that into a product that I hope to sell later, but just for the free ones, like let's talk about this crispy roasted chickpea one that I just posted yesterday. So the first time I ever made crispy roasted chickpeas was like a year or so ago. because it was something that I just wanted to perfect as a Nutritarian dish. And I didn't have it for a while longer. I was continuing to perfect it and figure it out in my real life, just in real life, trying to perfect it and figure it out. And then what happens is once I've come up with the correct recipe, which can take a few months because maybe I didn't want to eat chickpeas again and, you know, I didn't feel like testing it or something, kind of have to do it when I have the time for it. Then I have to actually schedule a time in my life where I can actually film a bunch of recipes at one time. And I can't usually just do one at a time because that takes up too much time to set up. I have lighting that I use, actual lights I set up. I have to set the camera and the tripods up. I have to actually cook the recipe, take a little clip every single time I'm doing an action that I think is important for the video, record all that stuff. Then I have to take the meal over to the couch to film or to photograph it so I can get the professional photos. And then I have to do that for several recipes in one day. So I have to have a full day available for me to be able to do that, the taping and the photographing, which is a substantial amount of work. And if you guys have been following my vlogs, you've seen a couple of those days where I've had to do that for a full day. It's really hard work. I have to drink during it usually because it's very challenging to keep going. It's very physically demanding just to keep doing it and to keep conceptualizing in my head what the video is going to look like when I'm done, what clip do I want, etc. And basically start to finish all the pieces of the video. Oh look, somebody came back to play. Hi, honey. She wants more moo time, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Okay, give me a sec. So once I get all that stuff, I have the memory card with all the video and the pictures on it, then I'm ready to put the blog post up. However, I only post my blogs once a week, and I can't do more than that. It's just too much work. So what I do then, the process is, and here's where it's different from a regular food blogger. A regular food blogger at that point could probably get a post done in about an hour. They would write the post, they would edit the photos, they would insert the photos into the blog, they would do a little bit of extra, work here and there. They would write the recipe, edit the recipe, put it into the blog, and then they'd be done. That takes about an hour. I can do that in half hour to an hour, depending on the post. Okay, she's like really pushy right now. I guess we have to do moo time again. One sec, guys. Come here, Moo. Okay. She really, really wants moo time. Come on. Okay. So then, sorry guys, she's very demanding. So then once I create the, so I could create the post in like an hour. But for me, the next step that I have to do is, so I'll edit the photos, then I have to actually go into my editing program, which I use Final Cut Pro 10 right now for editing. I have to edit the video. It takes a long time to do that, because I like to do a lot of like very tricky editing things to speed up things and make it as quick as possible so you can not waste your time watching the video and you just get the very important steps of making the recipe. Then I have to search for a really hilarious joke, because I always put jokes in my videos. I have to make sure I'm showered. I do hair and makeup to make myself look a little bit more professional. I always up that a little bit in my recipe videos so that they can be passed around a little bit easier. My vlogs are real life, so if I'm not wearing makeup like right now, I'm not going to put makeup on for a video for that kind of stuff, but for the recipes I always do, so that takes some time. Then I have to actually do the voiceovers. I have to do the clips where I'm speaking. I have to do the final editing. I have to upload it to YouTube, which can take a little while. I have to put all the descriptions and stuff in the YouTube video to make sure that there's relevant links in the descriptions. I have to do the thumbnail for the video to make sure it looks nice and is attractive that people want to click on it. Then I have to go over to the post, insert the video into the post, finish the post just like any other food blogger would. And that's a whole extra set of things that I have to do for my blogs that other people don't do. I think it's personally very important to have video in recipe blogs. I think it makes it very easy for you to know how to make something. It makes it very, I think, relatable. And a lot of people, and me a lot of the times too, sometimes I'm reading a recipe and I'm like, wait, I don't get exactly what I'm supposed to do here. Usually I can figure it out, but it's so much easier if you just have a video. And I think video is important for translating personality for blogs and things like that. So for me, while it does take me, now let's just tally it up. One blog post for a regular blogger might take like an hour. For me, it takes about 10 to 15. Not to mention all the regular testing, recipe testing and stuff that goes into it, which of course every food blogger would do. But for me, it adds so much more time because I do the videos as well. And I'm not going to stop doing that. I think it's important. I really like the videos, and I personally feel like video is kind of my main, it's my main way of getting my point across, and I think it works a lot easier than it does blogging sometimes, because reading is, you know, your posts just end up really getting skimmed a lot of the times. But if you're speaking to each other back and forth in real video, I think it's helpful and creates a connection that we wouldn't have otherwise. So that's all I'm going to say about this right now. I just wanted to sort of give you guys an overview so you know, you can kind of understand why it might take me a while to post a recipe. If I just made it on a vlog, guys, it's going to be months before you see it probably. Some of them I'll do faster because I eat them so much that I really want to show it to you or whatever, but it takes a while, you know? If I just come up with a recipe and it's the first time and I really liked it, I still want to try it another 1 or 2 times just to make sure and find out, like, what's the best way to make it. I'm kidding. This is, like, really, like, annoying and tickly. But I want to make sure that it's really high quality for you guys, and that you really, her teeth are, like, rubbing on my ear. It hurts, but I love her, so I'll put up with it. She's like, get off the phone, Mom. I'm sick of it. But I really want to make sure that the recipes are good, and I always try to do everything high quality enough so that, you know, it doesn't look like it just slaps stuff up. I mean, I think it's important to have good stuff. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this. Please let me know down in the comments what you think about this. I mean, do you appreciate the videos? Do you find them to be helpful? Would you rather I just not do videos so I can get to it and just post the recipes? What do you think about it? And what do you think about my videos in general and my website in general? If you have any suggestions or thoughts, let me know. That's all I'm going to say, because I got to do moo time now. See you later. Really, Amazon? Really? A box inside of a box, Amazon? Really? Oh my God. Lunchtime. Made my Mexican salad, except this has kale in it instead of arugula. And I used walnuts, and I'm not going to put any beans in it, and I'm going to have some salsa as my dressing. And then, of course, I have this, this lemon curry soup. Oh my God, you guys. I'm obsessed. And it was so hard for me to wait to get to have this soup. Like, I wanted this soup around like 9:30 a.m. I'm so ready for this. Killed it. Yum. And then I chose to do this again. Hey, but don't worry, guys. I've only got 4 pieces of toast left. It started with a banana ice cream craving and turned into a peanut butter and jelly craving. I hope it doesn't end with ice cream, though. Wah, wah. Bananas, cherries, almond milk, peanut butter.